Alright guys, I'm here with fitness myth number 2. It's something I briefly touched about on my last video. And that's, making sure you get a good workout in regardless of what it takes. And where I'm going with that this time is I'm talking about hormone levels before, during, and after your workout. And how people put an emphasis on this, and when it really comes down to it, it doesn't matter at all. People will go into workouts fasted, even for strength training, just because it keeps your growth hormone levels high and your testosterone high. And it doesn't really make any sense, and I'll show you that pretty soon. But first I want to talk about how these short fluctuations in anabolic and catabolic hormones don't make a difference at all. Short fluctuations in testosterone and IGF-1 and growth hormone, which for the record, growth hormone technically is not an anabolic hormone, but that's not for this video. Or even the catabolic hormones such as cortisol. Short fluctuations make no difference at all. It's about the long-term levels. It's what it's like most of the time, not small fluctuations. So, what you may have heard before is that you want to make sure you do your compound movements first and your big movements first, because that increases your anabolic hormones. And it's true. There's plenty of research to show that when you do squats or when you do big movements, it raises levels of IGF-1 and testosterone and all these other levels. So the theory behind it is if you do those first and then you do the smaller muscles later, that'll help increase your anabolic hormones and help you build more muscle in those smaller muscles that you do after the big ones. Fortunately, it doesn't work that way, and the best research that I've ever seen that supports this is out of McMaster University. And what they did is for 15 weeks, they studied two different types of groups. One that did leg exercises first, followed by arm exercises, and one that only did the arm exercises, and then they tested to see if there was increases in those anabolic hormones and also hypertrophy throughout the whole level. And what they found was that it was true, the group that did the leg exercises first had increases in rates in testosterone and IGF-1 and growth hormone during the exercise. And the group that did only the arm exercises, actually those levels stayed at the basal level. They didn't increase at all from the small isolated movements. Now, the big news from this, at the end of the 15-week study, there was no difference at all in hypertrophy between the two groups. So while the one group had all those raises in the anabolic hormones while they were working out, and the other one didn't, it made no difference for actual gains at all. So, where am I going with this? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about going into your workout with high levels of testosterone. Don't avoid carbs before your workout because you want to keep your testosterone high. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about what you're doing in the middle of your workout to keep growth hormone or testosterone or anything else high, because it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it right afterwards. And that's the same for cortisol. It doesn't matter. In fact, there's research out there that shows that the higher the level of your cortisol that you have after a workout, all it really shows is that you had a better workout. So these people who say don't work out for more than an hour because your cortisol levels will go up, well, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, your cortisol levels are going up, but that's because you're stressing your body out. You're putting it under a ton of stress by weightlifting. But all it's showing is that you're getting a good workout in. So don't worry about not working out too long because his cortisol levels get high. It doesn't matter. The short fluctuations in cortisol aren't going to stop you from gaining muscle, just like the short fluctuations in testosterone aren't going to help you build muscle. So that's why I always say, eat whatever you need to eat, drink whatever you need to drink prior to your workout, whatever you need to do during your workout, and don't worry about your hormones because those short fluctuations will not make a difference. What you really need to do is make sure that your diet's in check the rest of the time to make sure that those levels are good. So, as per usual, I hope that helps. Any questions, please let me know. And also, I've written about this before. I've written about most of this stuff. I love to write about the research in the fitness world. There's a lot of good stuff out there. So I will link that, and if you want to read that, you can, but I summed it up briefly here, so you don't need to. But if you want to, it's there. Okay? Hope everyone's doing well, and I will talk to you later.